Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be looking at all my cars in this game that I used to play. So, I was a huge grinder in this game when it was new, so I think it would be interesting to see all my cars and see which investments worked out and which ones didn't. So, let's get on to the video. So, as you can see, the big elephant in the room is my Bugatti Chiron. This thing, like, it's a monster. Just the the way it looks is menacing, but the performance is even more menacing. Like, look at this. It's all nitro chemist, and I'm working on getting my affix parts to forensic and another one. I have pure and resourceful actually. So I'm working on that. All you have to do is do this and see which ones you can get. And it does cost a lot of money. And it gets worse and worse every time. So it's a pretty risky move if you try to get some better stuff. But I have Nitro Chemist bonus because each legendary part is Nitro Chemist, and it's 320 parts. All my parts, all my spare parts are 320 also. Also, I have a lot of Nitro Chemists, legendary spare parts. So I'm on the richer side of things. And another thing is I'm Icon 541. In this game, basically the absolute max level you should be is Icon 1000. Like, you've grinded the game, you're serious about the game, Icon 1000. I'm Icon 541. The last time I saw how many hours I put into the game, I can't remember how to see how many hours you put, but I'm pretty sure last time I saw it was like 50 hours. So, it's pretty hard to get Icon levels in this game, in my opinion. Um, I have no idea where. Maybe profile. Um, so in street racing, I did two whole days worth of street racing. Pro racing I only did 8 hours. Freestyle 6 hours. Off road 4 hours. Now, the reason why street racing is so high is because I grind one race and that's it from street racing. It's the 30-minute race, and if you do the 30-minute race, you get 300,000 dollars and also a lot of followers, which levels up your icon. But that's not the sole purpose why I'm icon 541. That's just ridiculous. You do not do that many races in a row and get icon 541 like that. Not a lot of people do this, surprisingly, because I see barely anyone my level anymore. But if we go over here, I need to check this myself because I haven't checked this. Um, so if we go to uh, right here, Street Racing at HQ, we'll find why I get so many followers. And also, the point of racing and completing races is to defeat the main boss of each category, like street racing, off road, pro racing, and freestyle. The more races you do, the more percent you get, and if you get 50%, you can do the person you have to beat. Like, this whole purpose why you're trying to do it, and you get vehicles out of it. And I did three out of the four races. So it's full throttle. I'm unranked for some reason. I'm pretty sure I did it though. Hmm. That's pretty interesting. So The only thing you have to do is do one race or one event, and you get 300,000 followers. Like, just do a race or do whatever, you get 300,000 followers. It's that easy. So I think we're gonna just do hypercar, since I do have a Bugatti Chiron. And also, there's hypercars and just street race cars. My street racing cars are insane. Like, I buy basically all the good street racing cars, and then I have two two of the best cars in the game. I mean, yeah. So it's my Koenigsegg Regera and my Bugatti Chiron. I think we're gonna do Bugatti Chiron this video. Alrighty. This should be easy. Nitro Chemist. Nitro Chemist gives you twice the amount of boost. Yeah, they're gone. Oh, I'm just zooming right now. Alright, we're half boost. That's okay. Okay, enough to use it. I'm bumping into stuff. I mean, it's not that bad, but if I crash doing that, I'm probably gonna lose my lead. It's amazing how one crash in this game can just become just first place to last place. Go. I think after this, I might show you guys the other stuff, like pro racing, off-road racing, stuff like that. Ooh, that's bad. 10 seconds, alright. This game is amazing because you can see how far behind they are, so they're 11 seconds behind, so it's not that bad. Also, the PlayStation 5 controller looks lit in my opinion. Like, the PlayStation 4 controllers were lacking behind compared to Xbox controllers, but I didn't really care about PlayStation 4 controllers anyways because I'm using an Astro controller. Hopefully Astro controllers like work for PS5s. They should. I shouldn't worry about that, but I feel like Sony's gonna pull like a very tedious move on us. And I just noticed my Astro controller would have been better if he used a USB Type-C. I mean, I paid $200 for this controller. Top 3, okay. So now we have an easy 300,000 followers from a 2-minute race. Alrighty. So we already did the event, so we have to wait 2 days to collect our bronze reward, which is amazingly 300,000 followers. Seems like everything's gonna be 300,000. Alright. Nice, nice, nice. I can't wait until I get my LaFerrari. How many icons am I away? So, wait, let's just go here right now. So, as you can see, if you get 50%, you can get the vehicle on screen. So, once I got 50% and I got the McLaren P1, I got 53% on this. I got the hovercraft. For some reason it says 48%, but I got 50% and I got the Huracan Volcan. Can't talk Huracan Volcan. So yeah. Wait, what am I saying? That's not Huracan. I cannot think today, but I'm grinding for this right now, the helicopter. It's gonna be pretty easy once I uh do some motocross and rally raids. I'm not doing hovercrafts though. No way. Um Vehicles. Let's look at all my vehicles. The ones that I invested well on and the ones that pretty bad. So every vehicle, well, my street racing vehicles are all maxed level, like 280, 280 or 320 if it's a hypercar. So, yeah, keep that in mind. So, the first one, this is my first ever car, alright? And for some reason, they did an update where it goes 1,000 horsepower now. I saw this morning, and I was like, what? And yeah, this is probably one of my better investments, even though it's my first ever car. Like, I don't know why it goes 1,000 horsepower. That's just ridiculous. So my R8 coupe, I just bought this because I just wanted an R8, just because 950 horsepower. It's not that bad. It's definitely not good, but it's not that bad though. This is probably one of the best street cars, quote unquote, to use. You can see 250 horsepower, but I don't think the horsepower matters anymore. It's a motorcycle. I use this a lot, and it works better than all of my cars. Um, so I have all purple parts, just because I don't want to put any legendary parts on it. I don't want to grind for that yet. I'll grind for it later, but not right now. So this is a big investment that is pretty good. So yeah. Going on, I got this Camaro for getting Icon 300 or 400. This is probably my best looking car in my opinion. It's just the way it looks in the decal. It's just amazing in my opinion. Okay, moving on, the F12. The F12 is a big investment that I took, a huge leap, and it worked out in my favor. It goes 1,044, and it's just an amazing car in my opinion. I need to use it more often though. I don't know why I have blue parts on it though. Yeah, let's do that. Um, there we go. So this one is just amazing. I love it. F12. So the 4GT. This one, it was really cheap, so I bought it and see if I could get any horsepower on it. Obviously, that didn't work out. But I mean, it's a 4GT. I still like it. For some reason, I have legendary parts on that. Holy. Okay, those need to go. Uh, that is just. I mean, I'm just saving my legendary parts, I'm pretty sure. But moving on, this. This had like 500 horsepower and I upgraded it, went from 900. Now, it's not like it's basically the same thing as my Audi, but I feel like it's amazing for some reason. Like, yeah, it's not easy to handle. You have to be an expert or whatever, but it's amazing in my opinion. I'm using legendary parts on this though. I need to fix that. So moving on, my Huracan. This was, I think, my first ever good car, quote unquote, that I bought. Obviously, it didn't work out in my favor. I mean, if I put other legendary parts on it, maybe. Um, what does this thing need? Okay, you can put that. Tires? Oh, I have tires, but 848 horsepower. It's like I drove 290 miles on this thing. Like, that's a lot. Uh, I rode 810 miles on my motorcycle. But I feel like the reason why I have so much street cars and not a lot of other cars is because I just like collecting cars, especially street cars. Hypercars are way too expensive for me, so I only bought like three of them. So moving on, this is probably the best decal to ever exist in the game, the Subway one. This is my act like I get it. I said this is my first ever car, but that was my first. That was my second car. At the beginning, you're forced to get this car basically. So yeah, no, it deserves purple parts. The funny thing is, all my cars are maxed out. Like they're all 280. So pretty funny. But I spent 2 days on just street racing, so of course I'll have that. So moving on, drag racing. I hate drag racing. For some reason, I just find myself like I do perfect shifts, but I just don't have the like time and money to put this performance to the next level. So yeah. So here we are, hypercars. I grinded way too much on hypercars. I have 795 miles on my Agera. I have 1,666 miles on my Chiron, so that's a lot. And I have a lot of legendary parts. Customize. Oops, I did not mean to go there. That actually looks good. I feel like that looks good. The dark red and then complements the lighter red. I might do that. The all black looks good too. Getting off track, but bro, it looks bad, but at the same time it looks good. Like, yeah, I'll do it. Screw it. There's a, what is it from bumper? Which one? Okay, I passed it. Whatever. Okay, so moving on. So Gera. Oh God, 1200. Oh yeah, this has 1638 horsepower, which is a little bit too much, but you know, whatever. So moving on to Gera. So yeah, it's not really good for a hypercar, but and also you have to be an expert to drive the Gera, so that's amazing. Also, it looks horrible for some reason. I put way too much carbon fiber on it. Ooh, this is where stuff gets spicy. 1600 horsepower on my Regera. That's almost as much as my Chiron. That's stupid. And if we go to performance, yeah, I got loot digger on this, so I get better loot. Yeah, pretty good in my opinion. I need to check if I have legend. No, I have purple. Alright, that's fine. Moving on, my McLaren. You get this by beating the boss. I used to grind the boss so much because in 5 minutes you could get $45,000, which is a lot in my opinion. So I just grinded them. But the first time I did the race, I got the McLaren. And this decal looks amazing in my opinion. I wish they could do this on other cars, but I feel like the black looks worse. I feel like the person that made the decal just took like 3 seconds to make the black. But I feel like I get the design, I get the idea though. This, I don't know where I got this from. Oh yeah, I got it from my timeline for getting like icon 500 or 400. Um, this is my motorcycle. Yeah, nothing too special about this. I need a grind to get max parts on a lot of stuff compared to just my street cars where I can just put legendary stuff and I don't care. Um, my Mercedes-Benz X-Class. I used to use this a lot because it was like my only off-road car I had. Never used this. 95 yards and miles. This I have 96 miles on. This I have 95 yards on. So yeah, never used this in my life. This I just got recently, and I'm trying to invest heavily on this because I just think Porsches are cool. So yeah, this is my monster truck. Did, I had to use this a lot for um, what is it? Pro racing? No, it's not pro racing. Freestyle. So I can get the hovercraft and stuff. So, my FXXK. This is probably like the coolest car in the game in my opinion. I love it. Um, it's just amazing in my opinion, but the decal is a this is a pretty bad decal. I have to change it like after this video. But it's like one of the cooler cars and that's why I bought it. The Aston Martin Volcon. Oh god. Uh so this is an ultimate car, which means I beat the boss for this one, like always. This disappointed me, man. I was so ready to get like 1,200 horsepower immediately, but I have crappy parts on it, so I need to grind for better parts. It's probably what I need to do. So this one I got from the timeline, Icon 500 or something like that. Yeah, Icon 500. It's a, I mean, it's an ugly car, but at the same time it looks cool. But at the same time the performance is horrible. But at the same time I have horrible parts on it. So yeah. Um, Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR. This is just a car that you get for doing a mission. It's not that special. This is that spicy, but I have horrible parts on it like always. So yeah, but it looks amazing. This is my very annoying boat. I hate boat racing with a passion. I just hate it. As you could see, zero. Just barely anything. Barely anything. Like, I do not want to grind boats ever. Hovercrafts. I don't know if I care enough to grind hovercrafts ever. But I mean, I think it looks cool, so it's there. So this nothing. This you got for an icon level. This I bought because I thought it just looked really good. I need to grind this a little bit more to get max parts because I love this. I love this plane. It just looks like a fighter jet. So that's all my vehicles. I think I have more to show you if I can remember. Okay, so yeah, okay, timeline. Gallery, I have nothing. I don't do gallery stuff. Icon points, yeah. So icon points, yeah. I have a lot of that business going on. Um, so I have a lot of icon stuff. It's just amazing how I like this is just insane in my opinion. Like look at the amount of like 10% nitro power. Like 5% nitro fill. Like this is insane in my opinion. I need to do these though. That's for sure. I need to do all of these, but I don't have them yet. Narrative. So I did some of these. As you can see, I don't do a lot of each stuff. Um, I do 50%, then I um might grind it again. I'm not sure. Timeline. This is interesting. So let's go all the way to the beginning. Okay. So you get rookie, popular, famous, star, then icon. All of these together probably like 500,000 followers. Then you get icon. Then every 10 icons you get basically a loot box, which gives you parts. But the sad truth is the parts aren't maxed, so you're probably not gonna use them. Then your first award is the Camaro ZL1. This one, like I had just sitting for a while, but I just never used it. But and then, like someday I was grinding, I was like, you know what? I should try to max out my Camaro, so I did that. Next is this big boy I never used. Next is this big boy I never used. This one, don't care about boats. This one, don't care about. And then finally, an interesting car that I'm grinding for is the LaFerrari. I can't wait until I get this. I can't remember if it's streetcar or hypercar. Hopefully it's streetcar. I really want it to be streetcar. NSX Drift Edition. This looks cool. I love this for some reason. And then the Bugatti Chiron for Icon 1000. Then it just goes on and on and on and on and on. So yeah. And that's timeline and that's my account. I hope you guys enjoyed.